MG Motor spotted an opportunity in France with President Emmanuel Macron's election promise of a social leasing scheme to help more people afford electric vehicles. Owned by China's largest car manufacturer, SAIC Motor, MG in July introduced its own offer which allows customers to lease its MG4 electric car for $108 a month. The company has already leased more than 1,000 cars under the initiative. The offer is viable because of subsidies from the French government. But from next year, France is amending its subsidy scheme to support French and European car manufacturing, meaning that MG's model will no longer qualify.
It was really a social engagement for us, and we are really happy because we sold a lot of cars with this system. But unfortunately, next year it won't be possible because of the government choice to take away the bonus.
While MG might not be part of the initiative in the near term, France plans to push ahead with its EV social leasing scheme in the coming months. The initiative is aimed at accelerating the use of electric vehicles as part of the country's efforts to bring down carbon emissions and tackle climate change. The government plans to make electric cars available to poorer households for as little as €100 or $109 a month. Details of the already delayed scheme are expected to be announced this year for rollout in 2024. One of the main hurdles is French car makers simply aren't producing enough vehicles that are small and cheap enough for the leasing model. And analysts have other questions about its implementation.
Ça va être à partir de 100 € par mois.
The advertised price starts at €100 a month. The price may be higher depending on the models available or the income of the household. What are the terms and conditions? Do you have to pay insurance as well?
Il faut en plus payer l'assurance.
Still, Ms. Chiron says she's optimistic about the French government's initiative, and that it has potential to have a positive impact once the challenges are addressed. Analysis by campaign group Transport and Environment forecasts that between 2024 and 2030, about 900,000 low-income households could benefit from inexpensive monthly leasing costs under the government scheme. MG is still hopeful that it may eventually be able to take part in France's planned EV social leasing initiative. It's in discussions with the French government to try to get its subsidies reinstated. And the car maker is looking at setting up a plant in Europe, which would help its vehicles to qualify for the scheme eventually.